Hey guys, Malcolm here at Bug Out Brothers, and today I'm going to teach you a couple battery hacks that could someday save your ass. So the first hack I'm going to be teaching you is how to get something very similar to a AAA battery out of a 9-volt battery. Now it's not quite a AAA, but you can use it to replace AAA batteries if you're in a pinch. So what we're going to be needing for this is your 9-volt battery and then some pliers or Leatherman, something that you can use to peel away this copper casing around the 9-volt battery. So as we further take this apart, we find out that these 6 batteries are all connected in series, and this is what is inside the 9-volt battery. So if we just disconnect one of these guys from the other, now we have something that is very close to a AAA battery. So I've purposely kept this little metal connector here on here, and I'm going to try to keep the bottom on there as well. And that is because, as you can see, it's not quite the same size, but with these little connectors on the top and bottom, it'll still make contact. Now, if you rip these off, don't worry. What you can do is take a little bit of tin foil and kind of fold it up, and you use that as a spacer to fill in the gap. So here we got a little LED flashlight that takes AAAs, and it's got one of these. So it's got 1, 2, 3 AAAs, and then a 4th slot is empty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this little guy in here. Okay, just like that. So you can see the spring here is putting pressure on it, which really helps out, and it's making contact up top and it's making contact down below. So let's stick this back into the LED flashlight and see what happens. Alright guys, so I'm trying to switch the battery around. I'm thinking maybe it had the polarity was on the wrong side. So there you go, I switched the battery around. So now this side is making contact with the spring and this side is making contact with the top. And let's try this again. And there you go. It works just fine. So I've been able to take one of these little batteries and replace the AAA battery. Now, I'd only recommend doing this in a pinch if you absolutely only have 3 batteries and you need a 4th one. But this is a quick little trick that might just save your ass one day in a survival situation. So the next trick I'm going to show you is how to get a big flashlight like this working if you only have 1 D battery, but it requires 2. So all you're going to need for this trick is 1 D cell battery and a roll of aluminum foil. What you want to do is pull out a fairly large sheet of aluminum foil. And now you want to fold this up until it is about the height of a D cell battery. So as you can see, this is pretty close to the height of the D cell battery. It doesn't have to be perfect because you're going to have a spring inside of your flashlight, and that'll put pressure on it regardless of what size. But you want to get as close to this as you can. So now we're going to take this and we're going to start kind of rolling it in on itself to kind of create a cylinder. So that piece wasn't quite large enough, so I'm actually going to take a little bit more aluminum foil, kind of repeat the process, and then combine the two. I just had to add a little aluminum foil, so what I'm going to do is stick this guy here so they overlap slightly, and then just continue rolling this up just like this. So in the end, you should be left with something that looks like this. It's not the prettiest thing, but it is close enough to the size and shape of the D battery that it should be enough to complete the circuit. So let's give it a try. I'm going to stick the decoy battery in there first since the spring is at the bottom. So this will make contact with the spring at the very bottom. And then it'll also make contact at the bottom of this battery. And as you can see, this little nub on the tip of the battery needs to make contact with that little spring right in there. So that's why this battery has to go on top. Just like that. Screw on the top. And there you go. It's not the brightest thing because it's only running off of one battery, but in a pinch, guys, this is better than nothing. So there you go, that is how you make a decoy D battery using tinfoil. So there you go, that's my 2 battery hacks. I was able to get both of these flashlights working even though I didn't have enough batteries for them. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button down below and don't forget to subscribe for more great survival hacks and bushcrafting videos.